Okay, now I hate it when it does that. Alright, I'll stay in the light. So why am I being like this? Yeah, is something is a it goes dark when I look down, right? Okay, why am I being like this? Yeah, this is a phrase that's been grabbing my attention. You know, when you are out and about and there's a lot of chatter, you hear conversations, you don't really listen to them, but there's certain phrases and words that catch your attention. Why am I being like this? It's something that's been catching my attention. Why am I being like this? People are talking, yada yada yada, and then someone says, why am I being like this? No, someone says, why are you being like this? And that grabs my attention. Now, when your attention is being led, I mean, there's many things that could be leading your attention. When you're concentrating on something else, and then your attention is led to another thing, it could be your unconscious that's doing that. Your unconscious trying to talk to you. It could be the Almighty trying to talk to you. It could be some other demonic entity trying to talk to you. So that's also something you need to consider when you're triggered by random words and phrases which, if you think logically, have nothing to do with you but have grabbed your attention. When a word or a phrase grabs your attention multiple times, you just, it's like an itch. You have to say, well, why am I being triggered by that phrase? When there's chatter, I ignore it, but as soon as someone says, why are you being like that? It triggers me. Why? So I reply and you have a discussion with yourself, but you know what it is. It's a discussion with yourself about a random or sporadic utterance of a phrase or word, and it's not aimed at you. Okay, it's just you choose to respond to that phrase or word or utterance, but you know that it's not aimed at you, that the person who uttered it is not aiming it at you. It might be aimed at you by whatever is drawing your attention to it, but those who uttered it are not aiming it at you, is the first assumption. The second assumption would be you have to consider different possibilities. If it was aimed at you, you consider that, but you say 80% of the time it's not aimed at you. Yeah, if it was aimed at you, then you have to probe and consider all the different aspects of that potential outcome, as in if it was aimed at you. The different aspects will be if somebody uttered that and in a seemingly impromptu way where it just came together like that. If they did aim it at you, then that would be a sneaky way of talking to you, and that has to be addressed. And if it was aimed at you, then the subject matter of the phrase should also lead you to investigate. So if somebody did say that and they meant it they directed it at me and they meant to direct it at me, then that's a weird thing for some stranger to say to someone they don't know. Why am I being like that? When this phrase is uttered, yeah, during those times when I'm meditating, I can put two and two together in the wrong way, because I did come across a reality where all the math was different, or the mathematics was different, where they add two and two together in a different way and still come up with 4. But that was, I hope, an imagined reality, a lucid or vivid dream. But I have come across realities that look like that. Realities where it's a bit like when you wake up within a dream. When you wake up into a dream and you wake up again. Yeah, those type of realities. Yeah. You wake up and then something happens and you realize you're dreaming again and you wake up again. But if you go back to that world you woke up in the first time, that's a reality. It's like pulling the wool over your eyes. Yeah. Why am I being like that? Why am I being like that? Let me address that now. Why am I being like that? Why am I being like that when I hear that during those moments when I'm meditating like that? Why am I being like that? Why am I being like that? I'm being like that, yeah, because no one is supposed to be aware of what I'm doing in my mind. If the meditation takes place in my mind, no one's supposed to be aware of it. Yeah? Like if you look up the time now, UTC, Universal Time, is 21:17:18, meditation starts. I'm meditating now. I should do a recording one time just to show you what happens when I start meditating, so that you can hear the sounds in my surroundings. You can hear certain utterances which only start when I begin meditating. So anyway, why am I being like that? Because if I'm meditating, you can see me in front of the camera. You can't see what I'm doing in my head. Yeah. So when I hear that, I'm like, is me meditating doing anything to you? Why am I being like that? It's like an electric fence. Yeah. I'm being like that because it annoys you. If it's annoying you, I could say things in my head right now. And you get annoyed. But the thing is, I'm recording myself, and what I'm saying in my head is not what I'm saying right now. So, if you're responding to what I'm saying in my head, how are you gonna prove that I said it when, if we record me, you can't see me saying any such thing? Yeah? Why am I being like that? Because my meditation is like an electric fence. When I'm in the middle of an activity, I do not know who's frequenting my mind. So I meditate as I'm doing other things, so that if anybody touch my mind, they will say dumb shit like, why are you being like that? And if you did say that, then I'll know that it's you that was trying to monitor me there. Now, I'm being like that so that I can identify who frequents my mind. That's the answer. That's it. I'm being like that so that someone like you can say things like that, and I can identify who's trying to frequent my mind. It's like an electric fence. You touch it, you fry. And then you start complaining. I expect you to complain. Now you see, if I stimulate something and anticipate a reaction, and I get that reaction, then that is proof that my stimulant caused that reaction. So if I do this in my head, knowing that you're gonna say dumb shit like, why are you being like that? And I do it in my head, and you say dumb shit like, why are you being like that? That's proof that you're aware of what I'm doing in my head. And it starts from there. These are things that never change. Targeted individuals go through the same things generation after generation. It never changes. But it's time we try to resolve these issues, yeah, and try to reach common ground about this. I'm gonna end that now. Gotta finish off my meditation.